Welcome back, everybody, to the Hyperion Cup. It's Danger Close up against Paradise Aegis. And Spooky, what map do we have next?
We've got Havana, Marks.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited. You're excited. The teams are excited. The viewers
Everyone's
are excited.
You're excited at home.
Well, it could be better than Havana.
Unana.
And,
Yeah, so Havana, it's going to be our classic escort map over here. Some of the compositions that a lot of teams tend to run is either a double shield or a rush composition here. But, I'm curious whether or not these teams decide to go for the hold right at the spawn door gates.
yeah, you absolutely hold at the spawn.
No, do you?
Yeah, and it is, other than the absolute big whatever energy you want to bring into holding into the game. Yep. There, you hold the spawn, and not only do you get to take advantage of those choke points that the team's coming out of, it actually guarantees you 3 fights on point A, which if you're holding on that first corner, you don't get. You only get the 2. So if you decide you're going to play the rush comp, if you're going to use that Lucio speed, you can hold right at the spawn, you can hold just after that first corner, and then you can hold right at the end of point A as well. So it really is I think it's the best strategy you can have on Havana. So I definitely do like taking the rush and just bringing it to the spawn if you're comfortable with the composition. If you're confident that you're not just gonna immediately get rolled and feed ult charge, if you can bleed just a minute off holding the spawn, you have done your job.
Yeah, you have that Symmetra to be able to teleport between the 2 doors. You got a Reinhardt set up. You got your classic rush composition in their face. And I've seen teams in the Overwatch League struggle to break out of that spawn door hold. So, like I said, it's a very useful strategy, but it's not too often that we see these teams going for a rush. I was just about to say, both of these teams not known for necessarily playing that rush style composition. And well, we can see right now, Danger Close, they're opting to go double shield.
Yeah, double shield also a good choice. They're very long sight lines. You can really set up your Orisa in a position to just really control all of that space that the cart has to push forward through. But this isn't your typical double shield, Marks. They are running a Pharah Mercy as well. Okay. And just watching Danger Close, they're not setting up anywhere normal. They're being a little bit sneaky, but if they're not careful, there might be a hook coming out of spawn for them.
Yikes. All right, here we go. The engagement going to be coming through. Symmetra turret's already online. Brick wall on this Widowmaker. Takes out Hoppy from the air. Uh-oh. Well, that's all the value you need off of your Widowmaker to start out here. Meanwhile, Purple getting into the middle of things. He's going to have to take a breather. Looking for that Pharah now. Goes for the hook, but gets booped out of the way. Extremely close on that one, but it's going to be a brawl happening here. We're seeing Hidden Ninja get revived, but right now, Saucer just in the air, plunking these rockets down, getting so much value. Hopefully able to, okay, Purple takes him out of the air. Well, that's going to shut down that pipe dream. Now only a couple of members have left, but still, Danger Close. They're keeping this nice and dangerous close to the spawn gate doors.
Yeah, they are holding spawn on this double shield composition. I think this is part of the reason they're running the Pharah as well, but it's working out so far, but the spawns are coming in, Brick Wall's getting the headshots, and this is looking like it's gonna break.
He was looking for Hidden Ninja, but the orbs were the only thing they needed there. Frog for life, meanwhile, on the Symmetra, just burning people down with the beam. Next up has this Zen in sight, and you said that, but Spooky, Danger Close is winning out this team fight.
But the spawns have to come in eventually. At this point, they're continuing to simply bleed time off the clock. The teleporter will help them back, but Paradise Aegis will eventually take this one away. And no, this is part of the problem with holding the spawn if you're not on rush comp. You don't have that Lucio to actually bring you back quickly. It's a little more difficult. Yeah, you're not just running at the cart to contest like a rush comp. You have to find a place to set up.
Yes, you definitely do. Meanwhile, Purple getting aggressive. We're going to be walking in. Brick Wall looking for something. Able to take the duel against Frog for life. Now, they're throwing bodies up into the air. That was more neutron with the grab there. Now, we're going to be seeing a supercharger launch down, met with a flux. Going to be going up, Gust to come down. Now the Dragon committed as well. Paradise, they don't want to lose this fight out just yet, and Locknack with the dual dragons is going to be the reason why Paradise will continue to move this one forwards and probably get to point number 1.
Yeah, the dragons right after the gravitic flux. The Mercy is down. That's the primary amount of healing, but it doesn't look like anyone's actually going to be able to touch here. Paradise Aegis just continuing to come forward. It was rough getting them out of spawn, but honestly, Marks, it really seemed like they were able to just keep that momentum from winning that first spawn hold and just continue to push forward. Purple's on the flank and happy.
Oh, he's able to escape there, but just use the Moonbits to escape. Purple has to back off here. Brickwall winning out these duels. Now looking for a headshot here. Finds the battle cattle. That's going to be a beautiful dink, but the shields are going to be coming up now. Doesn't matter. Xavier gets ticked out of this fight.
Brickwall's popping off, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. When you have Lockneck doing his performance in the first map, then Brickwall doing his performance right now, I don't think there's a single thing Danger Close can do if both of these DPS are putting on the performances they are currently. They had a good spawn hold, but now they're struggling to get anything done. We're almost at the end of point B.
Now look at that. It's a huge time bank there. Brickwall looking for this Widow. Oh, goes. Oh, just misses the shot there. Gonna be having a trance come through. Not enough for Cap and Nemo to keep alive. Now we're seeing the Flux come online, and it's huge. But an Amplification Matrix on the bottom in front of a Battle Cattle, well, that's gonna make things a little bit difficult. You see the disengage, but Purple still doing purple things. Last but not least, we got Xavier on the point. Has a BAP to back him up, but now Purple is hunting. He's gonna come over here, gonna grab him with the hook and take him out. And now it's just an Orisa Xavier between them and point number 2. Gonna commit the whole hog just for good measure. And that's gonna be point number 2.
Yeah, they're just cruising, Marks. Like it's the double shield cannot find a good place to set up. It feels like we're gonna see the swaps coming out from Danger Close. But Brickwall is popping off. He has Frog for Life's number, and he has been doing so much work through this. Brickwall's been a very large part of this, and you know, Purple and Homesick are happy to take all of that space and just push forward. So happy to push forward that no one was actually on the card for a little bit there. But the spawn hold tables have turned, Marks, and Paradise Aegis have Danger Close pretty bottled up here.
Yeah, right now this combination of Lockneck, Purple, and Homesick, grabbing an opponent in, put up the shield, they can't get healing, and then just demolishing them with arrows. It's been really working out. Hoppy already taken out. Brickwall finding another as well. It's a huge flux though. That should be Danger Close, able to stabilize. We see the res coming online. Purple brought back in now. He's just going to be backing off. Captain Nemo just flying around, trying to avoid getting shot. But Brickwall once again, shutting down Frog for Life. No infra sights for you. Doesn't even need him. Just going to find a casual headshot. And look at this, Spooky. So much time and they're almost capped out.
Yeah, Happy got the anti-nade into the Gravitic Flux. That's why it was so large, but I'm not sure if it was even enough. But the spawn advantage as well is going to seal the deal. You know, they might not have won the fight there, but they were able to push. They're able to push Paradise Aegis back enough that they are getting a little bit of a hold going on here. But still, man, Brickwall has Frog for Life's number so much that he has opted out of the honorable dueling onto one of the least honorable characters. I don't know what to say anymore, Marks. Like, Brickwall is absolutely nuts. He is popping off. This is Paradise Aegis all day long.
Yeah, look at this. There's so much damage coming in from the DPS, and Purple's being distraction in front. But we got a man in the back line. Frog for Life gonna be backing off here. Gonna get SMG down. Homesick actually gonna find him with the Orbs of Destiny. Now, we're gonna be seeing a Nano Rhine fly into the battle. See how much value we're able to get out of here. Xavier trying to keep this one alive. Does have the Shatter online, able to take out Brickwall. Looks for an opportunity. Finds two, and this looks like it's gonna be able to be held by Danger Close. He did a lot of work, but Lockneck did take him out. Purple gets taken out as well, and Paradise, they got a reset here.
Yeah, Homesick had just used the accretion. There was really nothing to stop Xavier from just pushing forward with the nano boost, then getting a great position to lay down that shatter. And then despite all of Paradise Aegis' effort, they really don't have anyone who can stand on point as well as the Reinhardt can. It's a little bit more difficult for them to get in. One pick won't do it. Two picks won't do it. They have to be able to wipe out the team. It can't just be Brickwall or Loaknak getting these singular picks that will come back quickly on the spawn.
Here comes the Flux. Just find one, potentially. But now, this is going to be Paradise moving in here. Purple letting the whole hog go. Going to be blocked off by Maywell, but he's actually just going to be elevated out of it. Sound Barrier committed. Everybody from Danger Close is using their ultimates. They know that this is an important battle to win. Brick Wall finding Xavier, finds Saucer as well. Somebody's got to stop Brick Wall right now, because if they don't, then they're going to be losing out this point. Hey, just put a giant ice wall up in front of him, then he can't click heads. But it doesn't matter. Paradise, they're still rolling this one forwards. We've got a great opportunity to make something happen. Brickwall using the infrasight now. Could be looking May committing the ice storm there, the blizzard. That's what it's called. I live in Canada. I should know that. But it's going to be met with a transcendence. Everybody's still nice and healthy. Brickwall on the high ground now. Homesick grabbing so many people up into the air. Finds a quick 2K. Gonna use the accretion just for good measure. Doesn't need it. Homesick is making Danger Close feel sick with that play. And that's going to be round number 1 done. 16 seconds left, but excellent push by Paradise Aegis.
Yeah, it really is a strong push from Paradise Aegis. Honestly, 16 seconds on the clock. That's pretty good for Danger Close, considering, at least from where I am, it really didn't feel like they were ever had the upper hand in this match, other than potentially during that spawn hold. They were able to just keep their eyes on the card, keep that from moving its way forward. And I don't know, Marks, it seems a little familiar, like that first map. Obviously, a much better performance from Paradise Aegis, but it does feel like a little bit more a game versus team synergy with Danger Close and just individual pop-off potential in Paradise Aegis. It seems like those two styles are clashing a little bit here on Havana.
Yeah. I'll say that's definitely what's going on. I mean, you had Brickwall on the Widowmaker, Locknack on the Hanzo, looking for those one-shot picks. Meanwhile, Purple just swinging his hook around, trying to find somebody, bring him into the DPS range, and Homesick just having his back. Definitely, like, almost smaller teams, smaller compositions just being off on their own, while Danger Close were playing it nice and close together. Maybe that's why Close is in their name, but now, let's see what this defense has for us. Is Paradise Aegis, they've got Locknack on the Torb.
Yeah, once again, it does seem like they're relying a little bit more on individual prowess to get away with this one. This isn't any comp I've heard of, Marks. I don't have a name for this one, but it might just be let Brickwall click heads, and we'll see exactly what comes out of it. On the other hand, Danger Close are going with a Symmetra rush comp, so it could be a little bit better. It might be hard for Paradise Aegis to actually come down and touch the point. We are going into a quick pause, a couple more technical issues, but I'm sure we'll get them solved quickly. And going back to that point, Marks, that is what I'm worried about. You know, Paradise Aegis can pop off as much as they want, but it's going to be difficult for them to actually stand strong on cart.
Yeah. I definitely agree. They're going to have to put a lot of, not like pressure, but the responsibility is definitely going to be on the back of Purple and Homesick to kind of make that happen, which is going to leave
Locknack a little bit on the Torb. Like,
yeah, you know, I guess so. You can throw your turret down on the high ground and then just have him running around and swinging the hammer, right?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like, you know, you break this composition a little bit. You pick the Mei, you pick the Rhine maybe, and then you just let Purple and Locknack go forward with the Hog and the Torb. Just let the shotguns run wild and go for it. But you do need to break the composition first before you can let them go to work. That's a good start, though.
Hey, you know, there's a lot of chip damage.
My God.
Brick wall. Please, sir, can you?
My God.
He's texting their aim labs right now. That's what I'm learning here. Brick Wall doesn't even care. And, well, Paradise Aegis, now they're going to be playing together as a team as they chase Danger Close back. Seems like that's the only play where they want to move together on.
Yeah, blood in the water. The sharks come together, and they're hunting. Brick Wall, 97% to that ultimate. No one else is even at 50 marks.
That's
he has absolutely been popping off. The ice wall comes out though. Can Paradise Aegis get out of this?
Let's see it. Brickwall on a great position on this high ground. Oh, Frog for Life finding Purple. It's going to open things up for Danger Close just a little bit more. The turret is next. Frog for Life moving forwards here. And unfortunately, we have yet another tech pause interrupting Frog for Life's murder-thirsty charge, I guess, into the enemy team.
Yeah, Frogs, very, very well known for their murder. Maybe it should be, instead of Frog for Life, he might be considering a rebrand to Frog for Death. But it's on the other side of things, you know, sure, Brick Wall popped off in that first fight. But now, I know our viewers can't see the screen, but Danger Close are halfway through point A. on a rush comp. They're still moving forward while they're still winning the fight. It's not even done yet. They're still going to clean up some of these kills. I don't know if Paradise Aegis are actually going to be able to get back and touch the cart in time. It's definitely going to be interesting. Like that's the main problem I have with this composition coming out from Paradise Aegis. If this was deathmatch, they'd be sweeping Danger Close out the door. This would be done and dusted. They're like, get out of here. We're going to the grand finals. But the problem is they don't really have anyone to stand on the cart, Marks.
Not really, no. Like you said, we see this happen often with double shield compositions where there's so much poke damage going on the side, but the whole point of setting up these bunkers is that you actually just stay in the bunker. What that means is that you don't stay on the point, which is going to allow for a lot of cart progress regardless on how many picks that you get. And once again, I kind of assume that it's going to be Purple and Locknack who are going to be the ones who have to stand on this cart, but Purple's already taken out of the fight, going to have to walk back, and the entirety of Danger Close right now is on the cart. It's going to be very difficult to get any of the Paradise Aegis members in position in order to just stall it out without coming into a Reinhardt and a Mei.
Yeah, and even, like you were talking about, the double shield, you have the Orisa. Like, the Orisa can drop down, Orisa can go toe-to-toe with the Ryan, go toe-to-toe with the Mei for a little bit. Yeah, just using that Fortify ability. You're not going to get frozen up. You're taking really, 40 damage a swing from Ryan. You don't care about that. you can get in there. You can make some space. Purple's not making any space until he gets a hook. And honestly, Purple's been on this hog the whole time. Not the best performance to justify the hog pick, in my opinion. He's not really we talked Purple up quite a bit coming into this one. I'm not sure he's quite matched the hype yet.
No.
I know you mentioned Marks, he's hooked far out of the sky, but we saw him trying to do it in the opening, and it's one of those things where it's like, if it's stupid and it works, it isn't stupid. It's like the opposite. If it's stupid and it doesn't work, it's pretty stupid, because why would you try and hook a far out of the sky? I get the flex potential and you're trying to do it to him, but I think I definitely would like to see a little bit more coming out from the Roadhog here.
Yeah, I honestly think that this is Danger Close doing their homework on Paradise and making sure that they were ready for it. We've constantly seen in all of their compositions that they have those double shields, right? Right now, we see a Reinhardt and a Sigma coming out from Danger Close. Earlier, they were running that Orisa and a Sigma. And I do think that's doing a great job of stopping Purple from getting a lot of value with those hooks. Purple has to be on the front line right now with how this team is working. And if there's two shields up in front of you, how are you going to get anybody out there in order to get those hooks? And you can tell Purple is definitely looking for it, but I think this is Danger Close reading the situation a lot better. And as a result, adapting that and making Purple's life a lot more difficult. And then it's just up to the DPS to kind of carry the team home for Paradise Aegis.
Yeah, it is difficult. And, I have been talking about Purple, but you make a very good point that the team comps he's up against make it very, very hard for him to actually get value. It's not just him, missing hooks or anything. It's very hard to find hooks.
Yeah.
And even, you talked about the Ryan Sigma. Even their DPS lines have been very, very hard to play the hog into. Reaper Sombra, you get hacked, you can't heal, you get a Reaper, you die. And Mei Symmetra that we see now. Normally you see Sim as a shield buster, but her beam gets stronger as long as she holds it on any target, and Hog is a pretty big target.
Oh yeah.
On the other hand, Saucer, you get frozen up really quick. Again, you can't use your heal. If you miss your hook, you're kind of out of luck, because Saucer will just run circles around you on the Mei, freeze you up, and then the entire team just completely blows you up. So really, Purple not having the best time on the hog, so potentially something they'll have to think about. But again, they've come out with Purple, as there's one of their big players being able to get all this pop-off potential. And I think it might be a matter of what you said, Danger Close, they're just ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the way that they've been playing it, being extremely close together, and we even see Happy and Paradroid just trying to take advantage of a lot of the utility, get up into the air, make it more difficult for Purple to get hooks. But as a result, that's kind of actually worked better for Brick Wall. It seems like the entire team of Paradise Aegis, they're just looking for somebody to step out of line and just punish it.
Yeah, but, for Brick Wall's getting some of these punishes, getting the picks, but it still doesn't quite seem to be enough. Danger Close are going to be just cleaning up here. It is just Brick Wall doing their absolute best. Happy's jumping up there. I'd be a little scared to contest Brick Wall at all, but like I said, Marks, the cart just rolls forward.
Yeah, and here we go. They're going to be getting to point number 1. A lot of ultimates online for them. Meanwhile, Paradise, they're coming up to a couple, but they're not going to be as impactful in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see exactly how they use this. Potentially, Homesick be able to get off a good Flux and then set up Loknak behind an Amp Matrix. That could do something. But he doesn't even need it. He doesn't need the Matrix Marks. Picks are coming through, and it's looking good.
Yeah,
looking good for Paradise Aegis.
Uses the Photon Barrier, thought it was still winnable, but now there's only a couple of people left. Regardless, they need to come back and touch this point. Now Purple just looking for a hook. Gonna get an ice wall thrown up in front of him. He's gonna be taking Saucer out of the fight. Now, Paradise finally stabilizing as they take Paradroid out. And unfortunately, we are back again to yet another tech pause.
How you doing, Marks?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Spooky?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm not bad at all.
Good.
I'm just hanging out.
I was just about to say, what do you call it? Purple, we talked a lot about being shut down and the smart that is coming in from Danger Close to be able to shut that play down. What do you think about the May here? Because the way that Paradise is playing, they're like, all right, boys, let's just set up over there, set up over here, especially with Loknak on that, what do you call it? Hanzo, Brick Wall on the Widowmaker. May's not going to get a lot of value. The only value that May's probably going to get is onto the giant Roadhog in front of her. But then, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think so, but Saucer gets a lot of value just by standing on cart. You make it very, very hard to get in the way. On the other hand, when you're playing against a double sniper comp, a hero that can just block off sidelines, put up those shields, can be quite effective. Yes. So it does need to be Saucer being very cognizant of where you put the ice walls down, but also just being that presence, especially with the Reinhardt. Like nobody's going to be able to stand on point unless 3 members are dead, which is really Brick Wall, Loknak, and Purple have to be getting those picks in. The May might not be getting the a lot of kills in the kill feed, but I do think it is doing a lot of value. But Saucer did unfortunately fall, but it has the Blizzard. This is one of those things that I'm not really sure how Saucer will use this effectively. Paradise just is fairly split up, but again, you catch out one member and collapse on them, it's probably good enough. Of course,
no chance.
We're gonna have to wait another 15-20 seconds for that one.
Well, everybody go to Dairy Queen because the Blizzard's gonna take a little bit of time, so you might as well get your own. Courtesy of Brick Wall, honestly. Hook coming through, looking very scary, but doesn't find anybody. Amp Matrix online, but they teleported behind here. You can see Paradise, they're not too sure where to be looking right now, as they're going for a bit of a flank play here. Saucer almost finding Hidden Ninja there with the right-click icicles. Always hurts when those things hit you in the head. Take it from me, I live in Canada. Now they're going to be lifted up into the air. That's all members of the team lifted up in front of an Amp Matrix too. So much damage coming through, but Purple able to take Xavier out. Now, Danger Close, they're going to be moving things forwards. We're going to be seeing Captain Nemo pop the Valk, keeping everybody alive. Brick Wall, meanwhile, doing exactly the opposite for Danger Close. Popping the sights just for good measure. But look, they're getting cart progress, Spooky.
Yeah, this is exactly what you don't want to see. Paradise Aegis, we're doing a very good job of, putting in the damage, keeping them moving around, chasing them. But now they're coming forward with the teleport. They're just trying to get Brick Wall right now. Homesick takes out his counterparts, and where are Danger Close?
Well, I know where Frog for Life is, and he's actually going back to the spawn. Now he's just going to be pushed out of there. Xavier trashes into the wall. Little did he know Reinhardt learned how to fly in the last patch. Brick Wall, though, going to be finishing that one up. Spooky, those teams swapped sides for a second.
Yeah, it really is, you know, Danger Close trying to use this teleporter from Frog for Life to catch out some of these members of Paradise Aegis who are just hanging out in the back line. They've kind of realized, or at least Paradise Aegis have figured out, that they can put down enough damage that Danger Close aren't comfortable standing on card anymore. You know, they get a little bit of progress, but then they die. It's very hard for them to actually get close enough to keep moving.
No way!
Homesick sucks up the Blizzard, Brick Wall and Loknak are putting in the damage, and that's another reset, Marks. You know, as soon as they come out the doors, they are bombarded with all this damage coming down from Paradise Aegis.
I think this is the reason why this hog pick is working. You know, Brick Wall. Jeez, this guy.
Why not?
But
Yeah,
Purple,
whatever, just...
as soon as he gets a hook, he can hook a tank, honestly. The amount of damage that is coming in from both Brick Wall and Loknak is going to melt the person that's hooked immediately.
Yeah, it's enough that Danger Close to decide to completely swap up their composition. They go over to the 6-man dive. They just need a little bit of extra speed to jump on some of these members, but they're still not able to get the kill on the Brick Wall here.
It's looking like a game of ring around Brick Wall. Purple, meanwhile, just trying to do something here. He's looking at Brick Wall. He's being chased down left and right, but it now has Loknak, the archer with a lot of arrows now. The Soundbearer committed. 60 seconds left on the clock. Saucer, though, takes Purple out. Brick Wall just pumping in damage. Hidden Ninja pop the Ant Matrix. You get pressured down by the Diva. Has to just kind of escape here, but gets hacked up and can't escape. Brick Wall, though, is just lighting up her kill feed. He's making sure that his name is going to be known after this one. Oh, the Diva's going to be falling out. Diva gets the mech. Purple back into the fight. Looking for the headshot. Almost found it onto that teleporting Reaper. Saucer trying to make something happen here. But it looks like it's all for naught as Paradise, they're still in charge of the point. We're close to the end here, Spooky.
Absolutely. Danger Close only have one more good attempt at this. I'm looking at Saucer with that Death Blossom. There's really not too much to deny him if he wants to get into this, but already, you know, Danger Close are worried about walking in here because of those infra sites. Someone has to touch the point, and I guarantee you, Marks, they're gonna get demolished when they do.
All right, here we go. They're on point right now. Team is nice and together. The Roadhog, though, is going to be trying to escape in a very bad position. Gets hacked up as well. Frog for Life looking for as much value, but Loknak found Saucer already. Brick Wall able to stay alive. Looking for that coalescing Moira here. Looking for the pick. Also Loknak, this DPS duo just taking the high ground. Just raining down so much damage from above. Going to be dodging out of the way of that one as Purple finds Hoppy as well. But they've given up so much cart progress. Now we're going to be seeing the Dragon Strike come through here. Purple popping the full hog just for good measure. But that's going to be Paradise, I guess, winning that one out.
Yeah, and it was really just a terrific play from them, especially on that point B. I complained, Marks. I moaned. I whined. I was like, who's gonna touch the cart, Marks? Who's gonna do it? Turns out you don't need to touch the cart if you just kill everyone before they get there. You know, Paradise Aegis really putting in the work to make their really like mismatched shim sham composition to make it actually get the job done was because they simply put so much damage down that Danger Close did not feel comfortable being able to just, you know, stand on cart. They weren't able to contest their opponents without getting into their face. They knew that if they stood on cart, Brick Wall and Loknak would just tear them apart from across the map. And they knew they couldn't do it anymore, so they tried everything. You know, they tried flanking, they tried a sim teleport. They went, okay, let's 6-man and dive on them. That didn't work either. There was just so much damage coming down from so many different places. They didn't know what to do with themselves. They completely fell apart.
Absolutely. You could tell Danger Close, they were looking for like, how they'd like to play it is just like, you know, usually there's 2 or 3 people hanging out together. You know, even if you're playing split up, there's usually like 2 or 3 people that are kind of chilling on the side. And that would have been their target. But like you said, Paradise, I guess, they're all over the place. This is looking like if Guardians of the Galaxy was an Overwatch team right now, because it's just a bunch of mismatched people just all over the place, making the dream come alive when they work together. And Danger Close, I don't even think that their swap would have been able to contest Paradise Aegis. Obviously, we can make the argument that there wasn't enough time to build up an EMP, wasn't enough time to bring some of those ultimates online, but still, I don't think that
Yeah, but like, who would you EMP?
That's the thing. Like, they're all spread out anyways. You might have only found like 1 or 2 people, maybe shut down the main tank, and then you'd be able to roll forwards. But even then, like, you know, Danger Close, they seemed like they were just throwing everything at the wall and nothing was sticking.
Yeah, Paradise Aegis are really just kind of hitting their stride all over that map. So really, really excited, especially to see what comes next. We are going to be going to Numbani as our third map. Both teams tied up here 1-1. But Marks, I gotta admit, I'm a little bit worried about the Paradise Aegis composition. You know, Havana was very good for that. Very long sight lines. A lot of, especially that point B, like there's enough high ground that you can, you know, you can juke, you can hide, you can play all the way in the back, you can be in positions, you know, specifically on these DPS roles, you can be in positions that these double snipers can't really get touched by danger close coming in. Numbani,
not really.
Yeah,
there's a couple of points.
You know, you could do it on the first point, probably. Not quite as well, but there is a lot of high ground around the point. You can kind of scatter, you can split up, you can potentially get that sort of crossfire going. But there are a lot of ways to attack first point Numbani as well. There's not just those like 3 choke points on point B Havana, you know? Like, so it's a lot easier for Danger Close to swap up their game plan if they want to. So I am a little bit worried for Paradise Aegis if they want to come in and play the same kind of style. They might find that doesn't work quite as well.
Yeah, honestly, my big question right now is if Brickwall is going to be going back on that Widowmaker. Making dreams happen, really. You know, like, who needs
I don't care.
Brickwall.
I don't care about compositions. I don't care about meta. If you have a Widowmaker who can click heads when he sees them, you will always win the game. There's nothing else to it, you know. If you can hit all of your shots, you're gonna win the game. You don't. That's why you see hackers play Widow. You don't see hackers play Winston. You know, it's Winston's not gonna really take over the game like that. He's not gonna, you know, headshot you with the Tesla cannon.
Well, not yet. Wait until Overwatch 2.
But you know that is the reason that you do see, you know, perfect DPS play will take over games in ways that, quite frankly, the other heroes just can't manage. Of course, nobody's really perfect, but Brickwall's coming pretty close.
Yeah, right now, Brickwall, definite showstopper for Danger Close, that's for sure. Just those headshots, man, that was a work of art, honestly. But, you know, Lockneck too. You know, we've highlighted Lockneck before. With those arrows, Hanzo's been just putting in work as well. I'm curious to see whether or not Brickwall decides to just stick on the Widowmaker or maybe swap to an Ashe, maybe the Cowboy. But there are a couple of options in Brickwall's DPS portfolio, if you will.
Absolutely, and you may need to be a little bit more flexible, you know, coming into Numbani. You may have to play a couple more close up. Oh yeah, I like the soldier. I actually do like the Numbani soldier quite a bit, honestly. But you might have to play a little bit more of a close up style where, you know, the Cowboy could come a little bit more in handy. Maybe play the Ashe for that first point. But I'm definitely curious. I would love to see the Widow continue, Marks. I would love it. I would sell an arm and a leg for it. I would give my soul. I would give up anything I have to see Brickwall play Widow for just one more map.
I know, but I'm worried because what happens if it's not like, what happens if they counter Widow completely and then as a result Brickwall just completely gets steamrolled or something, you know?
They haven't countered it yet. Frog for Life tried and lost like 6-0 in the 1v1. So I don't know. But,
you're right. You're right. What am I talking about?
Like, so far, Brickwall's teasing us with the Doom, a little bit more of that one pick potential. You know, I've told you what I'll offer you. I'll give you anything you want. So, like, name it if they got one more map of the Widow. But I don't know. I'm not quite hopeful yet.
We'll see how things go. Which compositions these teams do decide to roll out on. Numbani, first point, like you said, a lot of opportunities to kind of come in here. You see quite a few different compositions. But hey, if you can get a first point defense, that's huge, especially on an escort map hybrid map like this one.
Yeah, absolutely. It really will be. Yeah. I think that might be the turning point if you get the first point hold here. You know, both of these teams have been maybe not evenly matched. I think in both sides, one team was fairly dominant on the map they won. You know, Danger Close taking Nepal pretty easily, then a strong comeback on Havana coming out from Paradise Aegis. So Well, let's see exactly. Let's see if that trend will continue, or if this one will be a little bit more back and forth moving forward. But like you said, that first point hold that could really break the back of a team. You know, if Paradise Aegis, if they can't even cap this first point in 4 minutes, I don't think our chances of seeing them in the grand finals are great. But well, let's see exactly what comes out. They're going out with the Sig Hog once again. Pretty much the same composition. It is going to be Brick Wall swapping over to that Ash, like you were saying. And they're facing off against a more classic dive comp coming out from Danger Close.
Let's see how this goes. Both teams right now tied up 1-1. Whoever wins this is going to be one map away from the grand finals, and we're getting into it in this little room. But Saucer just going to beam Purple down. Benefits of an Echo and versus a Hog. Now Paradise, they have to back off here, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Mac looking for that exit pick, but unable to find it. So great hold so far by Danger Close.
Yeah, Paradise Aegis, they figured out they don't want to go up through those stairs. It's not working for them. They don't lose too many members, so they go ahead there. They decide to regroup and just run it down main. Just come with all the pressure of their snipers, of Purple with that hook, and see if they can get an early pick.
Unable to find a hook there. Backing off for a second. Frog for life, meanwhile. Playing this Tracer, looking for that backline pick. Gonna be chasing down Captain Nemo. Immediately, Brickwall has to spin around there, but he's not able to take the duel. Meanwhile, the tanks are winning this out on the point right now. Never mind, the DPS are coming in clutch once again, and Lockback on that Hanzo is just a menace. On any map, honestly.
Yeah, it really, and once again, you know, I have to point back to this individual prowess coming out from Paradise Aegis. These guys, they've got their mechanics down pat. Like, they are hitting their shots, and they're doing well. Luknak pushing up a little bit too far, not having the supports with him. He'll spawn back pretty soon, not a big deal. But Danger Close want to take this one, though.
Yeah, they have committed the nano boost onto Xavier. Now going to be trying to beam down Purple here, able to come out on top of there. Xavier getting a lot of space in Danger Close. They've pushed Paradise back, but Paradise has the spawner's advantage.
Still, this does give Danger Close a lot of space to kind of hold this corner. And that's exactly what they want to do. But Homesick gets an early pick on the Saucer.
Oh, that's a huge flux. It's going to be 4 members taken up. It's going to force out the Primal Rage as well. Paradroid in the back line fighting against Homesick. Uh-oh, he doesn't have the shield ready to go. It doesn't matter, he's able to duck behind the car just in time. Paradroid looking for the kill, pops the rally as well. Gonna be moving in there. Bob committed to the fight. Purple is nice and purple, but his team has his back right now. Locked back. Gonna be marching this one forward, looking for that kill as Paradise Aegis came out on top of that team fight.
Look at Happy. You can see him through the walls, just kind of hopping his way, trying to get back to his team. Saving Private Happy as he just runs away with it. But
he's not going to be saved this time.
It's a tragedy, Marks. It's not a comedy. It's not a drama. It's a tragedy as Happy gets pulled away. And that's point B. They can't do anything. They don't have their Ana.
They're going to try and contest it.
Well,
oh, they can't even. Never mind. I take it back, Spooky. You were right. That is point B. I'm just going to stop talking now.
Frog for Life gone over to the Soldier, trying to move around a little bit more, take advantage of those angles. But you don't have one pick potential of Brickwall or Loknak. I just look at that.
There's so much CPF.
There's so much damage on this team, man. They're just pushing forward.
This is like, it shouldn't be working, but it's just working so well. Now, Purple looking for that last kill. Able to take out more Neutron from the bot, and well, now he's gonna just be moving forwards here, looking for a prime hit target. He's gonna find it in Frog for Life, takes that Soldier down right from the spawn door, and look at that, Purple's just up in the face. That's gonna be the Dragon toss through as well. You're going nowhere, Xavier. You're going right into the Dragons. As that's gonna be Paradise, I guess. Walking this one forwards. Purple probably gonna be popping the whole hog. Just make sure nobody can come back here and contest. And that's gonna be an absolute steamroll all the way to the end of Numbani for Paradise Aegis.
That's a big time bank, Marks.
Hey, Spooky, that's a huge time bank.
That's a relatively large, if I would say so myself. And I think part of the issue is potentially it's very strange that you see a composition like Paradise Aegis's, and especially in the style that it plays. It's so momentum based. It is so incredibly important for them to win that first fight before they can start getting anything done. Because then they can play more as a unit. Like they get to kind of, it's almost like a death ball comp, except it's more of a glass cannon. Like you're not sustaining anything, you're just blowing people up. And it plays incredibly well into the dive composition, who are now the aggressors. They're the ones who have to find opportunities. They're not on defense anymore. They do not get that advantage of being able to decide great positioning, of being able to, get Xavier set up that he can jump in, then leap out. They don't get that anymore. So instead, Xavier is trying to find value by jumping into a Sigma Hog Hanzo Ashe and hoping for the best. Like, it's just not going to work. They're not playing normally. It's not like Loknak and Brickwall are standing alone on flanks or on high grounds. They're in the mix. They're in the middle of it. They're standing next to a hog.
And he's nice and big. You call it a glass cannon, but I'm actually convinced that it is more of a steel cannon because I don't think we've seen it actually get toppled just quite yet. Xavier jumping in, they're going to be dislocating the top ground, but it doesn't even matter. Look at that. Immediately the Diva just gets taken out. It's going to be the mech gone. Purple now looking for that exit hook. He's ready for it. Has the damage boost as well. Sees a little Ana over there, but misses the hook. He's going to be backing off here. Saucer, though, able to take out Brick Wall. Going to be going on the offensive onto the back line here. But it's going to have to back off. The hook comes.
Oh, my God.
They're taking out of the sky. You made fun of it before, but I told you it was coming, Suki, and I'm happy it's here. Now, they're going to be melting everybody else off of this point as Paradise, they're on vacation right now with how well this has been going.
Yeah, I guess Purple just needed to warm up a little bit, but he's figured it out. He's got his hook fingers ready, and it looks like there are some swaps coming out from Danger Close. They do not want to play into this anymore. They want to get up close a little bit with this Reinhardt pick. I think this can work. I think this will do a little bit better than the Winston, especially with the way that Paradise Aegis have really been stacking together as a team. But now they can break it up a little bit. If they have the presence of mind, they can change the way they play to counter this Rein pick.
See how this goes. Reinhardt immediately falling extremely low with that amplification matrix in front there, but Frog for Life trading it out, coming out on top of there. Brickwall, though, ready for the punish. And Homesick actually really well keeping alive here. Brickwall. Okay, we're going to be seeing the duplicate come on a point. Saucer going to be taking out Purple. Just a good measure here. Going to go whole hog. We're going to seeing Bob now on point as well. Saucer, though, trying to cap this up here. Going to be chasing down the Mercy now, but does fall down. Brickwall, last remaining member alive here. And, hey, Paradise Aegis, hold on, without even giving up a tick. But here come the reinforcements. Danger Close getting up into their face. Going to be chasing them back now. And now we see a little bit more progress on this first point coming through, Spooky.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard for Paradise Aegis to come in. They need this flux just to get closer, but I don't know if it'll be enough for them.
Oh no, it definitely is, because now we've got a whole hog, pushed everybody into the corner, and that was enough for the rest of the team to capitalize on it. Misses the hook there, but gonna be taking out Xavier anyways. Purple on an absolute tear. Saucer trying to make something happen, but Lockback has his number. They give him 2 ticks, but Paradise Aegis still in charge at this point.
God, I wish I were Purple, dude. Like, the rush you must get from just ripping a whole hog, standing in front of the amp matrix, not caring, just letting it rip. It must be something else. Like, this guy must feel great all of the time, because that is fantastic. Danger Close, almost out of time. They had a good opportunity, and it just slipped through their fingers. They have one more good shot at this. This dragon has to be big.
Oh, but it's traded out with another, and Lockback is going to be coming out on top of there. Hidden Ninja did fall down, but look at this, Spooky. Killfeed just lining up once again. You're talking about? Oh, look! Did you see that? He hooked Happy out of the air.
He's
him into the air.
He's just sky fishing, man. What can I tell you? I said they got one more good shot, but they died pretty quickly. Danger Close might be able to get into this once again. They have the beat. They have the shatter. They have the ultimates to make this work, Marks. They'll build up to a duplicate. But can they do it? Can they get in position to get full value out of these? That is the real question. And they don't even know how they want to attack. They're scrambling.
Sound barrier, Bob committed onto point. Paradroid gonna be the one who touches it. Make sure that this is alive. Now we're gonna be seeing them move in there. Saucer choke out, Lockback. Good start here. Paradroid running around, moving. That's going to be a shatter. Swinging around here. Flux on point as well. Okay, that's the hook out of the air. Doesn't find anybody. No big deal here. Homesick still well planted on here, and they've got Valkyrie online as well. Okay, we're seeing a duplicate come in. Just gets hooked, and you're going to be taken out immediately. Oh, Purple using the whole hog one last time. That's going to be map number 3 going to Paradise Aegis. 2-1. What a turnaround.
And what, you know, we were saying Havana
Welcome back to the Hyperion Cup. This is Marks and Spooky casting the semifinals of Danger Close versus Paradise Aegis. We are going into map number 4 right now. Paradise Aegis up 2-1 in this series as we're getting ready for Hanamura. Spooky, we've seen some Overwatch leading up to this moment. Quickly recap for those who might just be joining us. What's been happening so far?
So Paradise Aegis have they've kind of broken out with a Hanzo Hog pick your hit scan. Yeah, it's like a double sniper Hog compositions. They've been playing since Havana, and they have been absolutely rolling, Marks. They are doing so well on these compositions. They're putting down so much damage. They're taking the angles. They're finding the sky hooks. They are doing exactly what they need. Loknak, Brick Wall, just incredible flick headshots coming out from this team. This is a team that is like set around complete individual performance, and it's working. You know, Homesick getting 4-man fluxes, Purple hooking people out of the air, the hit scan, the Hanzo just getting headshots left and right. Danger Close are scrambling. They need to find something to get back into this game, Marks, because they are one map away from getting booted out of the Hyperion Invitational. This team was 4-1 through group stages. They only lost to the 5-0 Kaiju Corp Clover. And Paradise Aegis, a team they've 3-0'd in the group stages, have them on the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. Like we said, Purple, new main tank addition to Paradise, and well, we can see just how much of an impact that has been making lately. Their strategy, as you have previously described it, is just pure damage. You can't lose if you just kill everybody on the other team. And so Danger Close, they're going to be trying to answer this with what appears to be a little bit of a double shield defense here for point number 1.
Yeah, they are going to be playing the double shield, just trying to put the damage in. It's going to be, especially with that high ground advantage, it will be more difficult for, say, Purple to land a hook, but doesn't look like the Sigma Orisa are actually playing on the high ground. They are going for the ground double shield. Let's see if Paradise Aegis will be able to find a way to break this. It's going to be hard for them to find a sight line for, you know, a headshot or a hook.
And meanwhile, Brickwall back on the Widowmaker. Did God's work before. Let's see if he can do it again. Let's see how this goes. The hook comes through. More Neutron going to be taken out. An Immortality Field comes up just to keep him alive there. Purple has to back off. Taking so much spam damage. Now has the hook available again, but look at this. Brickwall and Locknack once again high-fiving each other as they take out, what do you call it, so many members of the opposing side. And nothing can stop this Pharah right now from just raining down justice from the air. or also Brickwall's headshots. You know, it's a pretty unstoppable combo as Paradise Aegis just take a second to breathe here as they're going to get point number 1.
Yeah, Locknack swapping off the Hanzo onto another hero that's pretty much just as oppressive with the spam damage. Maybe even a little bit more so, as the Pharah is just throwing down rocket after rocket. Mornitron, realizing the Sigma is not going to give you quite that defense you need against all this damage, swapping over to the D.Va, hoping to eat up some of this. But a lot of ultimates coming online for the attacking squad, specifically Locknack. is going to fall, but I'm sure the res will be coming out soon if Captain Nemo can find it.
More Neutron going to be chasing down Sigma, trying to take him out of the fight. Going to be a brawl on this point, but looks like Paradise might have to back off here. Too much damage coming through, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. Paradroid, though, did pop the Valk, so at least they're able to get that ultimate out during this team fight.
Still, Paradise Aegis just a little, maybe a little bit cocky, a little bit over-aggressive there, losing a member, and then continuing to push forward. Loknak deciding to pop off of the Pharah onto the Hanzo, and this is a golden opportunity for Paradise Aegis. Purple opening up with the pick. They have a quick chance for this 5v6. No sky hooks this time.
It doesn't matter, because if Brickwall can take out Happy, which is exactly what happens, there's going to be a lot less healing coming through. Riptire into a flux.
Brickwall.
A flux going down. And that's going to be right now Paradise Aegis cleaning up here. Let's see how this goes. Supercharger dropped onto the point. Homesick, completely unchecked right now. Might be able to take this thing out before it causes too much damage, but Final Gambit swapping onto this rat might have been what is going to keep Danger Close in this fight.
Yeah, you know, they're able to capitalize, especially around their ultimates. Final Gambit on the Junkrat with that supercharging, putting down so much damage. But Brick Wall, man, you know, he gets the BAP, he gets the Riptire. They really made Danger Close work for that one, and that's why you saw so many ultimates come out. The fight went long enough that Danger Close were able to build up a few more, so their defense, you know, their defensive economy isn't completely in shambles. But Paradise, you know, they definitely had to work for it. Paradise Aegis just have them on their toes.
Oh, Brick Wall. Takes out Frog for life. Meanwhile, the Mercy spinning around, just trying to dodge that headshot, but Paradroid is able to get off with it. Gonna be missing the headshot there, but has to be careful now because there's a Junkrat spamming grenades out here. Just Final Gambit. Dragon's committed onto the point, but Purple has already fallen. Oh, it doesn't matter. Taking out more Neutron. And now, Purple brought back in and taken out Happy from the air. He's just on a tear. That's going to be all of the support line down. Xavier taken out. This Hog is on the point and here to stay. Gonna be looking for that hook. Does miss that one out. Still, though, Frog for Life, as well as Final Gambit, have been doing a lot of work here. Purple almost falling down. That's going to be a 2K on that self-destruct there. And it looks like Danger Close is still going to be in this one for one more fight.
And Marks, this is reminiscent of Last Point of Havana to me, where Paradise Aegis, you know, they can get their opening pick, they can even follow up with quite a few, but they can't capitalize. It's like once they get on the point, they completely fall apart. They have no calling structure. They can't actually get the kills to finish it out. Like, they get the picks, they get on point, and then Danger Close come back. They use their spawn advantage. They use their communication to be able to take it back. It is very reminiscent of what happened on Third Point Havana. Paradise Aegis get close, but they can't finish it out.
Yeah, now we're going to be seeing the Flux come online. Happy going to be falling down there. Final Gambit extremely low. Same with the Diva as well. With the whole Hog pushing everybody off of the high ground onto the point. Well, we've also got a Valkyrie Mercury up top. Now Frog for Life. The Brick Wall trying to take this duel, but too much pressure coming in there. Lockdown, though, just having to just hop in there and finish it off with one of his arrows. Now, this is Paradise Aegis. They're on the point right now. They got Xavier to contest against, but Lockdown has just been putting so much spam damage in. Got an amplification matrix of their own. Brick Wall got the sight lines. That's going to be point number 2, round 1 completed for Paradise Aegis. And honestly, a pretty healthy time back with that.
Yeah, 2 minutes, definitely nothing to sneeze at. You know, if I were Paradise Aegis, I'd be hoping for something a little bit better because of that point A attack. But again, it's, you know, it's 2 CP, it's Hanamura. It's definitely, you're going to be pretty happy with 2 minutes in the bank. And now, you know, if you're Danger Close, that's tough. You're already staring down an entire 2 CP map against this. You know, take one step wrong and you're dead composition. And you're like, okay, we have to finish the map. And then we got to do it all again.
Yep.
Like, that is definitely not exactly what you want. They would have liked to be able to hold here. Know they have that clear win condition. But, yeah, you know, with these compositions coming out from Paradise Aegis, we go back to something I've been harping on here again and again throughout this cast, is that it's much harder for them to take the toe-to-toe fight. And Hanamura is notorious for attackers using sim teleports to get immediately onto that point, Marks.
Yeah.
So this could potentially let Danger close the distance incredibly quickly, get their tank line in position along with Final Gambit, and just do so much damage, potentially Purple or Homesick, before Loknak or Brick Wall actually have an opportunity to take some members out. So Paradise Aegis have to be ready for this teleport strat coming out.
Looks like they might be wiser to it. There we go, the teleporter coming in here. They don't have the Mei though, so unfortunately they're not going to be able to wall things off here. And look at that, just the pure damage coming through. It's going to be a sweep up right now for Paradise Aegis. They don't lose a single member of their team in this team fight. Finally, Loknak is going to be taken down. But, you know, Paradise Aegis, I think they're more than happy with that.
Yeah, Loknak playing the far without the mercy. Cap and Emo and Hidden Ninja just going for the extra heals. I do want to shout out Cap and Emo on that one, being ready with the anti-nade for that teleport strat, landing it on 2 or 3 members, which really made it a lot harder for Danger Close to actually hold ourselves on point. Still, it looks like they might take another shot at this one, and look, is the AoE damage coming down again as soon as they come to the teleport.
See if they can capitalize on this. Looks like they've got a pretty strong hold here, dropping the amplification matrix down. Loknak, though, did find Paradroid. Oh, it's going to be a hook coming through here, but not able to capitalize on the damage. Loknak just having the time of his life. He's over here just playing around for fun right now, just getting so much value. Now has the barrage online, looking for an opportunity. Doesn't even need it. Finds 2 with 1 rocket, and Paradise Aegis, they're holding this one strong. No sim teleporter strategy for you, Danger Close.
Well, on the other hand, Frog for Life, you know, they got a tick and a half. But they are going to swap over. I don't know if I agree with that. The Photon Barrier could have been a very impactful tool for actually getting a third teleport strat to work out. You know, being able to play around that right before you use the teleporter could have done a lot. But instead, they are going to swap over. They're having more hit scan characters, potentially take Loknak out of the sky. But there are a lot of ultimates online for Paradise Aegis. And Danger Close kind of, they ruined their economy by swapping.
And look at that. Immediately, this is all coming out. Paradise Aegis. They've got nothing for it, and now their team is all split up. Xavier on the run. He's just going to be going off the edge, and we see... Oh, nope. Paradroid, he's actually going to be released. Don't worry, Homesick has his back. But look at the ultimate economy here, Spooky.
There's so many online. Marks, we were talking about Nubani. If a team got full held, it might break the back of that team, of their motivation, of their morale. And we are seeing a little bit of mystery heroes coming out from Danger Close. Frog for Life now over on the Widow. They do not know how to counter these compositions coming out from Paradise Aegis. Another huge dynamite coming out.
Every single dynamite that's come out has gotten at least 3 members of the enemy team. Purple, meanwhile, sweeping up more Neutron now. They're going to be rotating around here, but Brick Wall ready for the Widow. Can hear those high heels. Going to be moving in. Okay, Widow taken out of the fight. Loknak still holding on to this barrage. Looking for an excellent opportunity to be using it. Got to be perfectly timed. The sound barrier going to be coming online, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. Purple popping the whole hog, pushing everybody back. Oh, he took a little bit of a hop there. This is the opportunity. All right, it's looking like this might actually work out. Loknak uses the barrage to try and salvage one. Might be actually winnable, and Paradise Aegis does it again.
It's not enough. They're Danger Close committed to that fight without all their members. Frog for Life at least was dead for sure. I think potentially maybe Hoppy was there, but they certainly didn't have all their members going in to that ultimate fight, and they got countered by, you know, the Bob, by the barrage, by all these ults that Paradise Aegis were able to build up. And now Danger Close, they have to get something done. They're using the Winston maybe just to get on the point here, and they're down already.
Yeah, look at this.
This is an elimination match, Marks.
Loknak now just beaming down these rockets from above. All the picks coming up, immediately ruining Frogs for Life's trajectory. We're going to be seeing Xavier brought back into the fight, but Loknak just up in the air is not going to have any problems with that. Overtime Wick burning down, and that's going to be Paradise Aegis moving to the Hyperion Cup finals.
And what an absolute turnaround performance coming out from this team. You know, Point A really, or Map 1, sorry, Map 1 really not coming out with anything on Nepal, getting quickly 2-0'd. Move over to Havana. They work for that win, but you start to see glimpses of brilliance, especially from Brick Wall, who just put on a masterclass Widow performance. The Nubani, it's like they figure it out. They're like, oh yeah, this is how these 6 heroes that never play together play off each other. And this is the new meta comp, because they just rolled over Danger Close, especially being on attack first both times. So not only did they have these point A defenses on those last 2 maps, they completed the map with time in the bank.
Yeah. Like, I can't wrap my head around just how well that composition worked with all of those pieces. Obviously, massive pop-off performances coming both from Brickwall and Locknack. They were just then able to just be in the best positions possible to just get so much work done. Locknack playing a little bit more of the spammy heroes, while Brickwall just on the one-shot heroes. And oh man, Spooky, I don't even know how you could counter this composition. What Danger Close could have even done to play against what Paradise Aegis was bringing to the table.
Yeah, I do think that potentially Danger Close had a chance there with the Sim teleporter plus the photon barrier. And that last chance of Hanamura, I do think we saw them have quite a bit of success. Maybe not success, but they gave Paradise Aegis a run for their money when they were playing kind of that Rhine Sigma composition earlier, like the double shields that really didn't allow them to find the sightlines they wanted to. And then the photon barrier is just a larger version of that. So Paradise Aegis could have really faltered against Danger Close teleporting to point, then putting down the photon barrier. It splits up the entire point. You have the shield. Someone from Paradise Aegis has to touch, and I think that could have been Danger Close's in to at least get that first point down, but. Yeah, I think they might have been thinking long term. They're like, okay, we can use the photon barrier, but then what? How do we win? Oh, how do we win second point? Yeah. So it's definitely tough. But Paradise Aegis, the name of the game is oppression. They're putting down so much damage from so many different sources all of the time. It was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it was a pleasure to see. And Spooky, we talked about it, but I think there's a very clear person who we think deserves the MVP, and that actually is going to be Brickwall. Just did so much damage on that Widowmaker all throughout this entire match. Obviously, the first map was a little bit rough there, but completely turned it around. So Brickwall is going to be getting our MVP for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Some nuts headshots, some incredible flicks coming out. Yeah. Brickwall really... I think I described this team as momentum-based earlier. Brickwall was really the one to get the ball rolling on Havana. Just starts popping off, dude. It was absolutely insane. Popping off and popping heads. And I cannot wait to see Paradise Aegis in the grand finals of this Hyperion Cup. Whether it's going to be Frost Nova or Kaiju Corp Clover, either team, they've got to be scared.
All right, well, we're going to be throwing to a quick break while we get an interview set up, so don't go anywhere. We are going to be trying to get Brickwall in here, and also too, we'll have the team that is going to be going to the grand finals to face Paradise Aegis. So you're going to want to stick around. We're going to be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We had Danger Close going up against Paradise Aegis, and Paradise Aegis did win out 3-1. Now we are joined in the booth by the Headshot King himself, Brickwall. How you feeling after that pop off of a performance?
I'm still shaking, just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I gotta ask, like when we saw you come out on the Widowmaker and then suddenly like 3Ks were just lining up the board, what was going through your head and what was that adrenaline rush like?
Well, we when on Havana we scouted that they were playing on left, so I kind of tried to flank behind them, and as soon as I saw, before this match, I knew we were playing Havana for 2 weeks, so I basically just spammed aim labs. So I just had to trust myself.
Yeah, it certainly seemed to work out for you. And Brickwall, I just want to hear in your own words, what kind of composition did you guys play today? Because me and Marks, we were in the booth. We're like, what do we call this? Like, well, there's a hog, there's double snipers. What do you guys call it within your team?
We call it like either a poke comp or angles comp, basically. So we try and just set up 5 angles for the other team to look at, and if they can't match every single angle or pick us off one by one, they're all gonna die.
And that's pretty much what happened. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I love that naming convention there, but so when you came into this map, previously Paradise, I guess, had lost to Danger Close. What was the feeling coming in, especially after that first map too? After dropping a map, you had purple added to the roster recently. What kind of happened for you guys to be able to pull things together to turn it around so dominantly on them?
I guess we kind of just took a few seconds. We're like, okay, 0-0. No matter what happens, it's either we win or we move on, or we lose and we go. So what's the worst case? And we throw everything at it.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, and it certainly worked. Now, Brickwall, I do have to ask you, you and Paradise Aegis are one of only 2 teams remaining in this tournament. And I've got to ask you, going up against Kaiju Corp Clover in the finals, how are you feeling? Well, what's the score going to be? How's that match going to go?
I mean, of course we're nervous. We played them before. We lost 3-1, but every game was close. So who knows which way it can go.
That's true. And on top of that too, once again, you got purple in your roster. Seems like this angles composition is definitely working out for you. So we just wanted to say congratulations. You're going to the finals, baby. The first Hyperion Cup all the way to the finals. It's going to be great. And Brickwall, do you have any shout outs you would like to give before we wrap things up here?
I'd like to basically shout out our managers, Caffeinated and DQ Red, or Dord, always giving us coaching, always giving us the opportunity to learn, and always allowing us to show what we know and be able to pop off.
All right, thank you so much, Brick Wall. Send our congrats to the team. Me and Spooky were losing our minds in the booth, just straight up. What was going on there on Havana? Oh man, we were losing it, man.
We had a great time, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for casting.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap up our interview here. Once again, thank you to Brickwall for joining us in the booth and well, popping off left and right for Paradise Aegis. But most importantly, thank you to the viewer for tuning in for this semi-final game. Next up, we've got Paradise Aegis going up against Kaiju Core Clover. The
Grand Finals.
Top teams in the grand finals of the first ever Hyperion Cup. So you're going to want to make sure to follow the channel down below, because then when we go live, you're going to be notified which team will be coming out on top. I definitely want to know. I'm sure Spooky wants to know as well. But you know what? We're going to have to wait a couple of days before that gets all sorted out. So that's it for us. Thank you for joining us. This has been casted by myself, Marks, alongside Spooky. We've been observed and produced by the tournament organizer, Oakley. He's just been doing a fantastic job. And Spooky, do you got any last words for us to close us out tonight?
Marks, I'm just excited for this final match. You know, we've seen how dominant Kaiju Corp Clover have been all season long, all tournament long. But, you know, Paradise Aegis, I think they're ready to give them a run for their money, because this team showed me something else in performance tonight. If they're able to keep that going, Clover better watch out.
Yeah, Clover going to have to check all of their angles if they're planning on winning the next one. But that's going to be doing it for us tonight. Spooky's got his hair nice and reset after losing it a couple of times during the night. But that's going to be it for us. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time, hopefully for the finals of the Hyperion Cup. Good night, everyone.